Welcome to Sean Can't Cook, but John can. Sean and I have been actors for many years, but I assure you, this is no act. He really can't cook. I'm going to teach Sean, and you at home, how to feel more comfortable in the kitchen, preparing tasty recipes that even the most novice of cooks can create. I will show you step by step how to construct each dish, so that when your friends come over, they'll ask, "How'd you learn how to make that?" If you already know how to cook, I hope you'll find a few recipes to add to your repertoire. Let's see what's on today's menu. Hello and welcome to Season 7, Episode 3 of Sean Can't Cook, but John can.
I really can't, but I seem to be slowly improving.
Yes, that dinner for me is going to taste so good when it happens. I don't know when it's going to happen, but someday I have hope. So, we're making some comfort food. And it's delicious, and it's comforting. But we need a salad. We need to lighten this up a little bit, something lighter. So, we're not going to make a salad today, but we're going to make a simple balsamic vinaigrette. So, a couple things. It's adaptable, as we know. We're using balsamic vinegar. A couple of things. You can use red wine vinegar if you want, or champagne vinegar, whichever kind of vinegar you want. Vinegar. Yeah, any of that's good. But today we're going to make a balsamic vinegar. I have learned somewhat recently to buy a better balsamic vinegar. I mean, in a dressing, you're not going to taste it as much, but as Julia Child, who I adore, always said when you're making cooking with wine, you want to put a wine in that you would drink. You don't want to put in something that doesn't taste good.
The one he tried before this one was...
Yeah, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very.
Comes out of the kitchen going, bleh.
And then I tasted something that's a little bit thicker, a little more expensive, so buy what you can afford. But it really was worth it to buy the better, because even in a dressing mixed with oil, it's better. Same with the olive oil and canola oil. Buy, something.
It makes a huge difference.
It does. It really does. So, about the oil, since we went there. By the way, I found this online, this handy dandy little shaker. It's very leak proof. It has a little pour spout. So you can mix it in here, store it in here, and pour it from here.
It's like a sippy cup.
It is, for adults. So I tried using less olive oil because if you watched, and I'm sure you did,
Of course they did.
Our tips and tricks and hints video from way back, that seemed like decades ago.
I don't know.
Olive oil in the refrigerator solidifies.
Oh.
So canola oil does not, which I leave it in there to keep it fresher. But olive oil does not stay liquid. So this will thicken up. So maybe 5-10 minutes before you're serving it, take it out. Especially as it goes down, it really gets thick. And this kind of gets messed up. But if you don't have one of these, you can mix it up. You can do this in a whisk, in a bowl. I just like this because it really works well.
I'm impressed with the time.
It's just any container. I mean, you can use a mason. Oh God, you could use a mason jar.
Are you all right?
I don't know. You could use a mason jar, something that is leak proof.
This is quick though.
Yeah, it works really well. I like the little pour spout. It's great.
So what are we doing?
What else have we talked about? Oh, the spice blend. I'm going to tell you what's in these. So oil to vinegar is traditionally 2 to 1. So that's what we're doing. I have a half a cup. I can't speak today.
It's
my
okay.
Gosh, that's all right.
They still love you.
Oh, thanks. They love you too. They really love you. This is a half a cup of olive oil and a half a cup of canola oil. Again, adaptable. You can use whatever oil you want. I like the olive oil for the flavor. When I used less, it did get a little less thick, but it still thickened up. But the flavor wasn't there. Yeah. So I really like the olive oil. So half a cup of olive oil, half a cup of canola, or whatever oil you want. We're going to put in a half a cup of balsamic vinegar. And then the spice blend, I have a little cheat sheet because I didn't want to make sure.
What is happening up here?
I wanted to make sure that
index cards.
That I didn't forget what I put in the spice blend. Oh, this is 2 teaspoons of mustard. This is a good emulsifier. It makes it a little bit
It's
thicker.
the supporting cast, everyone.
It is, but it's really almost the star because it really brings it all together.
Well, now it's the star. It just got promoted.
Sort of in between. I don't know. So this is, you can hold that.
Oh, this is wonderful.
This is a half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of basil, 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. This is all dried, by the way, not fresh. 1/4 of a teaspoon of oregano, and we already mentioned the 2 teaspoons of mustard.
Wait, that whole long list is just this?
I know, it's not a lot in there. So,
oh my gosh.
what we're going to do is, you're going to pour that in there carefully.
Okay.
Carefully. I'm going to get us some spoons.
As opposed to not carefully.
Well, yes. We're going to taste this when we're done. So that's good. We don't want to drop this.
Okay.
So we're going to put the mustard in carefully.
Carefully. It's so yellow. Yellow mustard. Could you use any kind of mustard?
Any kind of mustard you want.
Ah, good question,
Yes.
Sean.
Yes, good question. A great question.
That is a great question.
Yes, because I was going to mention that and I didn't. So you want to get the mustard in there. Again, I'm just using...
It's like a science project.
Right? It kind of is. Cooking is science. I mean, it really is. So any kind of mustard. I just use regular yellow mustard. That's kind of what I like. So in goes all of
The incredibly huge spice blend.
the goodness. Yes. And it's funny, I've been making this for a while with this little contraption, and I really got good at it, but I didn't have a recipe. I thought, oh, how am I going to do this for a show? I can't say a little of this, a little of that. Again, adaptable. You can take out or add more spices if you want. This is a template, adaptable cooking. So it's all big nothing, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Big nothing. So a few shakes. How you doing?
I'm having a great day. How you doing?
I'm great.
That's super.
I'm great. Look what you have.
Oh my gosh. Where's the salad?
So, well, yeah, we don't have the salad. But what I wanted to also say is my American diet has too much salt and too much sugar. So I originally started putting sugar in. I thought, why don't I don't need it? But if I can take it out. If you want a little sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/2 a teaspoon, make it a little sweeter. The packaged dressings you get just are loaded with salt and sugar. So again, when you're making this, you get to choose what oils you want, what spices you want, what vinegar you want, and you're choosing salt and sugar. I tried it without salt. I said, well, I'm not going to put any salt in. It wasn't very good. So I did 1/4 of a teaspoon. Wasn't enough. 1/2 teaspoon I found to be great.
The color is incredible.
So yeah, so this is nice and leak-proof. It's great. Has a little pour spout. Grab your spoon. We're going to have a little taste.
From our sippy cup.
Here, let me do you first.
Okay. Well, careful there.
You keep going up and I'm going up.
Spoonful of sugar.
Oh gosh. So we're just going to have a little taste of the dressing. And I advise you to taste it because it might need a little more salt, or you might want the sugar, or a little more garlic powder, onion powder, spice, whatever. So should have had a little cheers moment.
Oh wow. You could really taste that mustard. The mustard gives it a kick.
And again, you can adjust how much you want of any of this.
That was really good.
So yeah, you haven't been eating this, but now you know it's good. You might be.
Now I'm gonna have
I'm
it.
gonna go in tomorrow. And won't be anything
Well, I'm
left.
not doing store-bought dressing either because there's so much junk in it.
Right.
And I always feel terrible, and it's so fattening.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
That was good.
just a simple vinaigrette, and guess what? That's our episode.
That's awesome.
Our shortest
High
episode
five
ever.
ever.
Yes. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe somewhere down below to Sean Can Cook, but John Can. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, because you're watching this. And we look forward to seeing you next week for another episode. Some more comfort food. So eat this out and enjoy it because we're back to the comfort food next week. So thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.